Okay, we do have a caller on the line. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. It's a pleasure. Sabrina Turner here. How are you?
Hey, good morning,
And to
Minister.
your
How are you?
guests, I am fine, thank you.
Good.
And I thought it was very important for me to call in and show my support, understanding that it is Mental Health Awareness Month. However, here in Cayman, we usually put a lot of focus in that at the end of the year. But more so in the US, it's looked at as for the month of May, but understanding the stigma that has come with mental health, and now the spotlight that has actually been shown on it
Mhm.
since the pandemic, anytime is a great time to educate, inform, and to just make sure that people are aware that you shouldn't feel any less
Mhm.
in reaching out for help, being able to identify, and just know what resources are out there for people to tap into is always a pleasure
Mhm.
to be a part of these discussions.
Yes, well, thank you so much for that. Obviously, Minister Turner is Minister of Health and Wellness, and so this must be a very important topic under that umbrella for you as well. So we really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to call into the program today.
Yes, it is a pleasure. When you look at even what we're doing here in the public health spotlight that should be out in the public's domain this month, you will notice in that, and this is found on all of our social media pages. We focus this edition of the public health spotlight predominantly on women's mental health and children's women health. Why? Because we celebrated Mother's Day, and we know how that is tied in to everything with taking care of kids. And we look at all of the social pressures right now. People are just grappling with keeping everything together. So it was for that reason, that we focused this edition on women's mental health and children,
Mhm.
because we all deal with these pressures and stresses differently. And
Mhm.
for women, we're always known as being the strong one. We mask our feelings.
Mhm.
We just have to be that nurturing provider, but there are times that we break as well. That shouldn't be looked upon as anything of being weak. There is no weak, there's no strong when it comes to dealing
Mhm.
with the pressures that society puts on us, that your family puts on you. And we are human beings.
Mhm.
And I think we are on from the Ministry of Health. We want to get nationally that culture where we engage more with the HR departments in being able to identify these, because it does impair productivity in the workplace.
Mhm.
So this is something that we have to deal with nationally in the Cayman Islands. And as the ministry gets together, secure the necessary resources, I'm hoping that nationally we can all jump on board, and all of the services providers come together, and we can fight this together as a unified country.
Mhm. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Minister. Really appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you, and I'll continue to listen.
Okay, wonderful. Now, the doctor does have a pressing schedule this morning, so we do have to let him go here. But we'll take one more call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. I was just listening to the minister, and I'm not sure exactly what she's referring to by, everyone coming together and working together. But I do hope that that means maybe laws are changed, that
Hmm.
mental health days are given separate from sick days. Maybe that means that
Hmm.
insurance providers are, it's mandatory to cover mental health therapy. I hope that some of those things come into
Hmm.
play soon, because you could recognize that you have a problem all you want, but if you can't afford to see a therapist, you can't afford to see a therapist.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
I really hope that things change in terms of insurance and mental
Hmm.
health days off of work. That would be great to see those put into law, and not
Hmm.
just, because we can talk about it all we want, but if the average person can't afford therapy, then you just can't afford it.
Hmm. Thank you. That's a great point. Thank you so much. All
Thanks.
right. Absolutely. Some really salient